Week 11 of the 2014 Stony Brook football season brings the Seawolves home to face CAA foe James Madison. Coming off a bye week, Stony Brook would be rested for a tough battle against the Dukes. Let's go to the highlights, brought to you by Simplex Grinnell. We start with Stony Brook's second possession. Running back Stacy Bedell got things rolling, ripping off a 20-yard run. Not to be forgotten, Marcus Coker takes the very next play, bouncing outside for another 45 yards into James Madison territory. 4 plays later, quarterback Connor Bednarski finds Will Tye in the back of the end zone, who snags it out of the air, keeping 1 foot in to give Stony Brook an early 7-0 lead. After holding the Dukes to just a field goal, the Seawolves take over on offense and move to midfield. At the JMU 43-yard line, Bednarski fires over the middle to wideout Adrian Coxon, who splits the defense and takes it to the house for the long touchdown, widening the Seawolves' lead to 14-3. In the second quarter, Stony Brook finds itself with a 4th down and 4 from midfield, but it's a fake. Usman Kamara takes the direct snap and powers ahead for the first down, keeping the drive alive. 4 plays later, Bednarski finds Donovan Washington for 12 yards and another first down to the 25-yard line. The drive will end there, but Premshaw Popek hits the 43-yard attempt to put the Seawolves ahead 17-3. The Dukes' next possession is fueled by the arm and legs of quarterback Vad Lee. Victor Ochi does his part by getting to the quarterback for the sack, but Lee bounces back and hits receiver Ishmael Hyman for the long 47-yard touchdown, closing the lead to 17-10. Less than 5 minutes left in the first half, the Dukes attempt an onside kick, but Stony Brook recovers with good field position. 2 plays later, behind the legs of Connor Bednarski, who improvises for 23 yards on the ground. 2 Marcus Coker carries later, Coker finishes the job, pounding his way into the end zone with just 1:49 left in the first half. Out of halftime, James Madison tips the momentum back to their side as Jawan Latney rushes for 10 yards and then breaks 3 for 43 before Christian Ricard chases him down at the 1-yard line. On the next play, Lee hands off to Daniel Brown, and the Dukes cut the lead again, 24-20. Fast forward to under 4 minutes left in the third quarter, Bednarski kickstarts the offense with a 26-yard completion to Jari Level. 1 play later, Coker bounces it to the outside and adds another 29 yards to his impressive total of 145 on the day. Bednarski then diagnoses the defense and finds one of his favorite targets, Will Tye, progressing down to the 2-yard line. Stony Brook is unable to punch it in, and the field goal unit trots out. But for the second time today, it's a fake, a design run which is stuffed by the Dukes defense, forcing a turnover on downs. James Madison strikes again, as Vad Lee hits Brandon Ravenel for 76 yards, giving James Madison their first lead of the game. With 4 minutes left in regulation, Stony Brook takes over from their own 16. Bednarski starts by finding Donovan Washington for a big pickup of 20 yards. 2 plays later, Bednarski reconnects with tight end Will Tye to keep the drive alive, and then hits Washington 2 plays later for 12 yards, his 6th reception of the day, totaling 89 yards. After a false start, Bednarski drops back to heavy pressure and has the ball knocked away, turning it over to James Madison, who runs out the clock and preserves the 3-point lead. The Seawolves fall to 4-6, 3-3 in the CAA. Connor Bednarski finished the day 17 of 29 for 260 yards and 2 touchdowns, 1 to Will Tye, who finished with 7 receptions for 90 yards. A bright spot on the day was the resurgence of Marcus Coker, who finished with 18 carries for 145 yards and a touchdown. The Seawolves are back in action next Saturday, November 15th at 1 p.m. as they host the Rhode Island Rams for Senior Day.